The secret mindset that makes money find you, Andrew Carnegie. There is an idea that almost no one truly understands about money. Most people spend their entire lives chasing it. They work longer hours.
Faster, men. The line
They
must
search
hold.
for new opportunities.
Stop the fires. No delay.
They
That's
change
it.
strategies.
Keep the pace.
They try different formulas. And yet, they still feel like they are always pursuing something they never fully reach. Andrew Carnegie noticed something disturbing throughout his life. He saw extremely intelligent people struggle financially for decades, and he saw others, apparently ordinary, constantly surrounded by opportunities. Then he asked a question that changed everything. Why does money seem to run away from some people and seek others out? The answer wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It wasn't environment. It was something invisible. A secret mindset. A way of thinking that completely transforms the relationship between you and prosperity. Because Carnegie understood something most people refuse to accept. Backhand index pointing right, money is not attracted to desire. It is attracted to the mental structure you have built. And this is where the shift begins. Brain, the invisible mistake most people make. Most people see money as the final goal. They say, when I earn more, I'll live better. When I get rich, I'll feel secure. When I have more, I'll finally relax. But Carnegie saw the opposite. He believed money does not solve insecurity. It amplifies who you already are. If someone lives in fear, more money increases fear. If someone lives in chaos, more money increases chaos. If someone lives without direction, more money creates even greater confusion. That is why so many people earn and lose. Opportunity wasn't missing. Mindset was. The truth is simple, but uncomfortable. You don't attract money because of what you want. You attract money because of what you have become. Fire the first shift. Stop chasing money. Carnegie realized early in life that people who chased money the hardest often looked desperate for it. And the market senses desperation. Clients sense it. Companies sense it. Opportunities sense it. Desperation communicates scarcity, and scarcity repels. Meanwhile, people who focused on becoming valuable started being sought after. Carnegie used to say, money follows value, not effort, and value is built internally first. When you shift your focus from how do I make money to how do I become indispensable, something changes. You stop chasing, and you start attracting. Lightbulb, the secret mindset starts here. Wealthy people do not think about money first. They think about solving bigger problems, creating lasting solutions, increasing capability, taking responsibility, building something that remains. Ordinary people ask, what makes money right now? People who attract money ask, what can I build that keeps creating value? This difference seems small, but it changes destinies. Warning, the principle almost no one understands. Carnegie observed that most people live in reaction mode. Problem appears, react. Bill arrives, react. Criticism comes, react. Urgency shows up, react. Those who live reacting never create. And those who never create remain dependent. The secret mindset begins when you leave reaction mode and enter construction mode. You stop asking, how do I survive this month? And start asking, what am I building that changes the next years? Brick money looks for structure. Imagine two people. Both work hard. Both want to grow. But one lives improvising. Changes direction every week. Starts things and never finishes. Depends on motivation. Acts on impulse. The other maintains direction. Does the basics consistently. Keeps learning. Delivers more than promised. Endures the process even without immediate results. Who does the market trust more? Who does money choose? Carnegie understood that money seeks stability because stability reduces risk, and those who radiate stability become rare. Brain, the mind that attracts money, thinks long-term. Most people want quick rewards, but Carnegie thought in decades. While others chased immediate profit, he built structure. While others wanted quick recognition, he invested in capability. He knew true wealth is a delayed consequence of repeated correct decisions. Here is the key. You don't need to look rich to attract money. You need to look trustworthy. Locked trust is an invisible currency. People do not give money to someone who seems insecure. Companies do not promote people who constantly fluctuate. Clients do not buy from someone who transmits doubt. Carnegie believed confidence comes from something simple: doing what you say you will do, even when no one is watching. Every kept promise strengthens your internal authority. And internal authority changes your posture, your voice, your energy, your presence. You begin to look like someone who knows where they are going. And the world responds to that. High voltage the moment money starts looking for you. It doesn't happen dramatically. It happens quietly. Suddenly, people start asking for your help. Opportunities appear without forcing them. Invitations arrive. Your name starts circulating. Your financial decisions become smarter. It looks like luck. But Carnegie would say, it isn't luck. It is the consequence of a mindset that became structure. Fire the difference between chasing and attracting. Those who chase money accept any opportunity. Change direction emotionally. Look for shortcuts. Think only about the present. Those who attract money choose calmly. Think in long-term value. Build reputation. Maintain high standards. The first group lives exhausted. The second lives in growth. Compass the deepest point Carnegie discovered. Money does not seek those who need it. It seeks those prepared to sustain it. And preparation is invisible. It is built when you continue without applause. You stay disciplined without pressure. You improve without recognition. You think bigger than your current situation. This is where most people stop. But those who continue move to another level. The psychological secret almost no one notices. Andrew Carnegie discovered something that completely changes your relationship with prosperity. Most people try to increase their income without increasing their emotional capacity to handle it. They want more responsibility without more stability. They want more money without more self-control. They want growth without maturity. And this creates an invisible conflict, because the mind always tries to keep you at the level it considers safe. If deep down you believe that money is risky, that wealth brings pressure, that prosperity can disappear, your mind will sabotage any progress. Not consciously, but silently. You delay decisions. You reduce your effort when you're close to growth. You accept less than you could. You step back when bigger opportunities appear. Carnegie called this the mental ceiling. And money never rises above the ceiling your mind accepts. Fire the mindset that changes the game. When Carnegie began to grow, he did something most people don't. He stopped seeing money as a reward. He started seeing it as a consequence. This shift seems small, but it changes everything. When your focus is on money, you become anxious. You compare results. You measure everything by immediate gain. You lose clarity. When your focus is on value, you think better. You act more calmly. You build reputation. You improve continuously. And money appears as a side effect. Gear the principle of inner expansion. Carnegie believed that external wealth never grows beyond internal expansion. You may rise quickly for a while, but if your mindset doesn't grow with it, you fall back. That's why some people earn a lot and lose everything. Get promoted and can't sustain it. Start businesses and fail quickly. They grew externally before growing internally. Carnegie did the opposite. He prepared before opportunity appeared. He learned before he needed to. He thought big before having big resources. He acted like someone at the next level before arriving there. And when opportunity appeared, he was already ready. Thought balloon: how money senses your mindset. This may sound abstract, but it's extremely practical. Your mindset influences how you speak, how you negotiate, how you decide, how you react under pressure, how you solve problems. And people notice this instantly. A person with a scarcity mindset tries too hard to convince, shows excessive urgency, accepts any condition, projects insecurity. A person with a builder's mindset listens more, decides calmly, communicates clarity, takes responsibility, and the market rewards clarity. Brick, the invisible habit that draws money closer. Carnegie observed a pattern among prosperous people. They do one simple thing every day. They think before they react. It sounds small, but it changes everything. When something goes wrong, most people react emotionally. Those who attract money respond strategically. This small pause between stimulus and response is where better decisions are made. Costly mistakes are avoided. More opportunities appear. Money likes predictability, and predictability comes from self-control. Warning: the biggest mistake that pushes prosperity away. Trying to look successful before becoming successful. Carnegie saw many men trying to display wealth while still fragile inside. They spent energy on image. But image without structure doesn't last. He did the opposite. He built in silence, improved in silence, learned in silence, and when results appeared, they seemed inevitable. Lock: the silent law of financial attraction. There is a principle Carnegie repeated in many forms. The world gives more to those who already demonstrate the ability to care for what they have. If you manage your time well, you receive more responsibility. If you manage small money well, you receive bigger money. If you manage small decisions well, you receive bigger decisions. Prosperity responds to trust, and trust is built through small, invisible actions. Money bag: when you stop needing, you start receiving. This is one of the deepest ideas. As long as you desperately feel you need money, you negotiate poorly. You accept less. You act from fear. You choose too quickly. When you build inner value and stability, you choose better. And paradoxically, when you stop chasing, money begins to come more easily. Not because of magic, but because you operate at a different mental level. Brain: the moment of inner shift. There comes a quiet moment when you realize something. You are no longer seeking validation. You're not trying to prove anything. You're not chasing the next quick gain. You are building. And when that happens, your decisions become calmer. Your mistakes decrease. Your energy increases. Your direction becomes clear. And the world starts responding differently. Fire: the phrase that defines this mindset. If Carnegie summed it all up, it would sound like this. Money seeks those who already act like they do not depend on it. This doesn't mean indifference. It means maturity. It means you think long-term. Choose consciously. Build before harvesting. And those who build inevitably attract. When money stops being the goal and becomes a consequence, there is a quiet point in the life of someone who is growing where something changes deeply. You stop asking, "How do I make more money?" and start asking, "How do I become more valuable?" Andrew Carnegie said this is the moment prosperity begins to move toward you. Because while money is the center, your decisions stay small. But when personal growth becomes the center, money starts following you. Fire: the invisible effect of the right mindset. When your mind changes, subtle things begin to happen. You notice that you speak with more confidence. Decide faster. Don't panic in the face of problems. Stop accepting every opportunity. Choose more carefully where to place your energy. And this changes how the world responds to you. People trust those who transmit stability. Clients prefer those who communicate clarity. Companies promote those who show control. Money isn't being attracted by luck, but by the mental level you begin to transmit. Gear: the difference between chasing money and attracting money. Carnegie observed two categories of people. Those who chase money constantly run after opportunities, change direction frequently, jump into every promising project, react to whatever is working right now. Result: lots of effort, little depth. Those who attract money choose a direction and go deep, improve continuously, build reputation. Think in decades, not weeks. Result: growth that seems almost inevitable. The difference is not effort. It is sustained direction. Brick: the principle of invisible scarcity. There is something that pushes prosperity away without people noticing. It is scarcity thinking. No matter how much money comes in, if the mind keeps saying, there won't be enough. I need to grab everything now. I can't miss this chance. Decisions become fear-based. And fear-based decisions usually cost more than they earn. Carnegie trained his mind to think in expansion. This doesn't mean ignoring risks. It means acting with vision, not desperation. Thought balloon calm is a sign of inner wealth. Carnegie said something few people truly understand. Calm is a form of power. Those who are always rushed transmit insecurity. Those who decide calmly transmit mastery. And mastery attracts opportunities. When your mind is organized, you don't need to prove anything. You don't react impulsively. You don't seek constant validation. That energy changes everything around you. Lock the test that almost everyone fails. There is an inevitable moment in the process. You start growing, but still don't see major results. That's when the mind asks, is this really working? Most people quit here because there is still no external confirmation. Carnegie called this the invisible valley. Those who continue cross it. Those who stop return to the starting point. Money bag the moment money starts looking for you. And then something curious happens. You are no longer desperate for opportunities, yet they appear. Your name begins to circulate. People recommend you without being asked. Invitations show up. Greater responsibilities appear. Not because you chased them, but because you became someone trustworthy for bigger levels. High voltage, the truth few accept. Money does not respond to how much you want it. It responds to how much you can sustain. If you are still emotionally unstable, if you change direction constantly, if you depend on motivation, money finds no foundation to stay. Carnegie said, prosperity seeks stability, brain the real transformation. There comes a point where you realize you are no longer trying to grow. You are growing naturally. You no longer fight to maintain focus. You live with focus. You no longer need to convince yourself to act. You simply act. That is the moment your mindset has changed. Fire the phrase that sums it all up. If Andrew Carnegie summarized this mindset in one sentence, it would sound like this. Money does not follow those who chase it. It follows those who build value consistently. Direct hit, the final shift, strong PRE closing. You begin to understand. It was never about earning more. It was about becoming someone capable of sustaining more. And when that happens, your standards change. Your decisions change. Your results change. And it feels like life suddenly unlocked. But in reality, you unlocked yourself first. Fire the moment you stop chasing. There is a quiet moment that almost no one notices. It doesn't come with announcements. It doesn't come with applause. It doesn't come with a big visible achievement. It is the moment when you stop chasing money and start walking toward purpose. Andrew Carnegie noticed that the men who truly became wealthy did not look desperate. They looked directed. While many searched for shortcuts, they were building foundations. While many wanted immediate results, they were strengthening their own capacity. And that changes everything. Because when you stop acting out of necessity and start acting out of construction, your decisions become better. And better decisions change destinies. Brain the mindset that changes your energy. Carnegie said the world perceives something you may not even notice about yourself. Your mental energy. When someone lives in scarcity, they speak too fast, accept any opportunity, change their mind easily, try to convince others all the time. But when someone lives in construction, they choose calmly, speak with clarity, maintain direction, transmit confidence. This difference is invisible, but powerful. People feel it. Companies feel it. Clients feel it. And money begins to move closer to those who transmit stability. Gear the secret most people ignore. Most people want to earn more to feel safe. Carnegie did the opposite. He developed inner security first, because inner security creates courage for big decisions, patience for long processes, resistance to fear, clarity in difficult moments, And that allows you to play a game few people can play. The long-term game. Brick, why some people always move forward. Carnegie observed something curious. Some people always seem to be advancing, not because they never fail, but because they do not waste emotional energy on failure. They adjust and keep moving. While many ask, why did this happen to me? They ask, what is this trying to teach me? That mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones. Moneybag, when money starts looking for you, then something happens that looks like luck from the outside. You begin receiving unexpected invitations, bigger opportunities, spontaneous recognition, greater responsibilities. But inside, you know the truth. It wasn't chance. It was silent construction. It was every decision made when no one was watching. Every day you chose to continue without immediate results. Every moment you thought bigger than the present. Locked the final level of the wealth mindset. Here is something Carnegie understood deeply. True wealth is not having money. It is not being controlled by it. When your mind matures, you don't accept just anything out of fear. You don't panic during difficult moments. You don't make impulsive decisions. You begin to act with intention. An aligned intention creates consistent results. Seedling the great inner shift. There comes a moment when you realize something powerful. You no longer want to prove anything to anyone. You only want to build something solid. This is the sign of maturity. And maturity attracts prosperity. Because money likes to stay where stability exists. High voltage, the phrase that sums up this entire mindset. If Andrew Carnegie were speaking directly to you now, he might say, money does not seek those who desire it. It seeks those who have already become capable of multiplying it. Direct hit, final closing, the point that changes everything. So here is the final truth. The secret mindset that makes money look for you is not a trick. It is not a magic formula. It is an internal transformation. It is when you stop chasing outcomes, start building value daily, maintain direction without applause, choose growth before harvest, and then life begins to respond. Not because the world changed, but because you changed the level of the person who enters the world every day.